Guys, the gym used to be simple. You used to go in there, do your bench press, do your lat pull downs, pull ups, pullovers, dumbbell presses, chest flies with your dumbbells, do some tricep extensions, do the basic exercises that everyone does. You would either do a bro split, an Arnold split, a push-pull legs, or an upper-lower split. You would do deadlifts, you would do heavy barbell rows, you would do dumbbell rows, and then you would come back and eat your chicken and rice and drink your protein shake, and everyone would do the same basic stuff. It's about the same things, train kinda the same, train really hard, aim to increase the weight, to progress. But now, in the past couple of years, everything got fucked, everything just went upside down. Now, instead of doing the basic things that worked for years, that made the best looking people, the best bodybuilders ever, is suddenly gone. Now everyone is busy with getting to know what is the best new exercise, the best new angle to pull the fucking cable, and you cannot train your tricep if you don't bring a bench and hold on to it, and then you have the cable machine here on your back and you press onto it and you've tied your fucking elbow to a band to your dick and a fucking wrap on your wrist to the ceiling. What the fuck is this? I see people doing this shit even in my local gym, which surprises me because I live in a small town. I think that more of this bullshit is in the bigger gyms, but it even made it here. I can't escape it. People are doing this shit, these weird exercises with the fucking bands and cables and bringing the two benches for some reason. I don't get it. It's too complicated. People have lost their minds. Everything got fucking flipped. Everyone is chasing the new best thing when in reality, everyone knows how to get big. Everyone knows how to train. Everything is already discovered, and the new science, the science of lifting, of hypertrophy, yeah, there's some benefit to it, of course. But people just took it too far. Now everything has to be fucking fully optimized. You have to find the perfect angle for some shit. What happened to the basic exercises? What happened to the bench press, to the dumbbell row, to lat pull downs, to pull ups, to deadlifts, to barbell rows? Because you know what? I've started training in the last years when this wasn't mainstream. I started training 4 years ago, and these weird variations with cables and bands and obsession with isolations and the science was just starting out. And I've done the basics. Very early in my training career, I've tried to do Romanian deadlifts, normal deadlifts, squats, barbell rows, dumbbell rows. I've tried everything, but everything I've tried was basic. And after 4 years, I'm looking fine. I can't show you that, but I'm looking pretty well, I would say. And I've done only the basics. And I've tested a lot of shit. You could have done it faster, but now new people come to the gym and they are just fucking tying themselves to the cables. Bro, you can't even bench one plate each side for one whole set. And you are tying your arm to the cable and pressing it against a wall to do a perfect push down. I don't do this shit. I could, but I don't. And new people, especially new people, shouldn't, because you don't know how to feel the muscle. If they do it, they will use any other muscles anyway. I can isolate my triceps on a basic push down. They can't isolate the triceps on the fucking super precise push down because they don't have the skill. They need to learn it first. But instead of actually being busy with the most important things, which is learning these things, learning how to feel the muscle, how to train hard, how to fatigue it, how to still keep your focus and push the reps with good quality when you are tired, how to progress what to eat, to sleep better, everything that is basic, that will get you 90% of the results, they ain't doing it because they have fucking TikTok brain and they're scrolling this bullshit whole day and night and they're learning new exercise. This is the best way to train your tricep. This is the best way to train your tricep. No, this is wrong. The new science and shit, they cannot differentiate what's wrong and what's right. They just see a fucking 7-second video and they, oh, this is the best way to train. And they're changing their whole fucking training plan because of this fucking video. And a couple seconds later, there's the next. You cannot stick to anything. You cannot execute anything properly. And you don't have the basics that you are jumping into super advanced things. But to be honest, no, they're not advanced. The best bodybuilders, go type in YouTube. Anyone who is super big. Chris Bumstead, the first person that comes to mind, right? Mr. Olympia, best bodybuilder. What does he do? He does the bench press. He does dumbbell rows. He does pullovers. He does all of the basic stuff in a special way. Yes, he might start with isolations to feel the muscle better, but he doesn't do this fucking tying himself with bands to the cable station. He doesn't. He's at the highest stage and he doesn't do this shit. When he's the person that I think should do it, the only person that should do it, because when you are starting out, you don't need this. When you are super advanced, maybe you do. Maybe it will help you, but I guess it doesn't. But here you are, a fucking what? 135 pounds, 160 pounds at best, doing your fucking, I don't even know how they're called, bringing a bench to a cable station to do the tricep press downs laid down. Yeah, Chris does it, I saw it. But he's taking a fucking like sick weight, a huge amount of weight on this exercise, and he needs to balance, because if he was standing and doing push downs, it would be too much, he's too strong, it would be pulling him, so now he can lay and he can isolate the tricep more. But I see people who are taking fucking 30 kg, which is like less than 70 pounds on tricep push downs, and they're taking a fucking bench. So the bench is busy and the cable station is busy and they are ego lifting it anyway. What the fuck? These people are so fucking dumb. And I'm not saying this to just tell you that, yeah, these are idiots, fuck them, what the fuck are they doing? They're stupid. I'm telling you to please don't be like them. Do not waste your time, because there are a lot of young people that started the same age as me in my gym, and I see them every week, for every day, for like a year or two, or some for free. And they didn't grow. They barely fucking grew. They still are weak as fuck. And I don't want you to be like this. You don't want to waste your time, right? You want to be big, you want to be strong, you want to be healthy. You have some goals, you want to look better, you want people to respect you. Then you need to grow. You don't just need to train. You need to train properly. And how do you train properly? You do the basics. The basic shit. You do the basic exercises. And to be honest, the basics are so simple. It is more about just learning them, because I can tell you exercises and how you do them and how to do them. But you need practice. You need to feel them better. You need to stabilize yourself better. You need to get more from them. So there is still a lot of work to do. But as for the information, the training plans are really basic. The exercises are basic. The diet plans are basic. I can list everything out for you. And you just need to do it. And it's boring. The truth is that everyone wants a fast route, right? The fastest way, the new best exercise that will get you the best gains. It doesn't exist. The best way to get gains, to get bigger and stronger, is to do what already works and nail down on it. And just progress, train hard, eat right. But I don't want to make this a guide on how to start in the gym. So don't get twisted in the new the shiny new stuff. It can work, but you have to make it work. And to make it work, you have to know the basics. But people who try them, in 99% of times don't have the basics done. So focus on the basics. Choose your exercises from the basic ones that people were doing for 30 years. Eat good food, good quality food, a lot of food, and you will grow. And focus on increasing the weight on your exercises and working on your technique and shit. Just do the basic stuff and you will grow really well. After you've done the basics, then you can focus on something else. That's how you don't waste your time in the gym. If you've liked it, you can subscribe. Thank you.